Video Game Book Club.
Hello and welcome to the next episode. I'm not looking at my camera, I looked straight at my microphone. Well, welcome to the next episode of Video Game Book Club. In today's episode, we played... What?
It was a little rift. Kind of like the Diddy Kong sound, though.
It just came out like there was just like a tiny little... Like someone tripped and passed out when they landed.
I killed a Smurf on my desk.
In this episode,
Anyways,
we played the 2012 indie game FEZ.
this game is made by like a handful of people. But the lead design the lead design guy, his name is Phil Fish. He's pretty infamous. Well, we're not going to get into it here because it doesn't really have much to do with anything.
I knew nothing, and then I heard some things when looking into what the general perception of this game was.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, we're not going to talk about it, but if you look at the online space with FEZ, it's kind of impossible to separate. All you really need to know is he was in a movie called Indie in the Movie. It's really good. You should watch it. And this game's development was very long, disastrous, and resulted in him leaving the industry, but not really. So, long story short, the reason I bring all that up is because Indie Movie was my introduction to FEZ, like many, many years ago. So my expectations were pretty high, knowing this game was good enough to be in a movie, and it just kind of looks cool.
My introduction to FEZ was also the indie game movie. I played Super Meat Boy and The Binding of Isaac, and I love both of them, and Edmund McMillan, the creator of both, was prominently featured in the indie game movie also, so I decided to watch the movie, and I saw the game FEZ, and it looked really cool. So I wanted to play it for forever, but the game never goes on sale, and I've just never bought it.
How much is the game normally? I just played it through your library.
Like 20 bucks, but we're stingy.
20 bucks, interesting. That will affect my review. Yeah. So my introduction to this game was Hunter said, I think we should play FEZ. And I said, okay.
That's really all I have to say for introduction. I think this is a game that benefits from not talking about what it is. So let's just jump right into it.
Let's just jump right into it. I liked it to start with because I didn't know what I was getting into. And it started 2D platformer. And I was like, okay, I'm down for a 2D platformer. And then the world turned, literally. And I was very taken aback by the gimmick. It was very cool. It was also pretty janky, but that's to be expected.
I think it was actually that janky. You just had to figure out how it worked.
Well, wow, okay. Well, actually, I will say, the thing with the rotation mechanic, despite how you have to use it every 5 seconds, I fundamentally did not understand it until I was at the end of my FEZ journey, let's say. It rotates on the axis of where you were last standing, so that's why it might have felt pretty inconsistent.
My issue was every time I used it midair, it was like I would teleport. I had no idea where I would end up.
Yeah, I never knew either. I mean, I'm gonna just say up front, I 100%ed this game, and it still never felt like I knew what was gonna happen when I rotated.
I could kind of predict it if I saw there wasn't background behind me. I'm like, okay, it'll rotate and I'll be able to walk to the side now. But any other time where it's somewhat unclear and you don't know, you never know.
It's not that big of an issue usually because this game isn't actually that platforming centric most of the time, but it can be a little jank, I'll give you that.
Right, it's mostly centered around the slow-ass climbing animation.
Oh my god, I wish you could do stuff faster in this game.
That was my biggest complaint. Oh my god, I was enjoying it. I could not muster myself to play anymore because everything's so slow. Everything! The way you walk, the way you climb, it all takes 5 years. And if you mess one thing up, you didn't know where you were going to rotate. You press the R button and it rotates and you fall now. And now you got to redo that entire platforming segment. I never want to touch this game again. We're 7 minutes into the episode.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I'm starting to get the impression. I'm starting to get the impression we might have different opinions on the video game FEZ, you guys. This is about to be a very, very diverse call. So, this game starts, you get the little FEZ thing, and you start out on this village, and the game's main mechanic is you're going around collecting these little yellow cubes. Every 8 of them, you get a big yellow cube, and it tells you outright, alright, you get 32 big cubes, the game ends. And so you're just running around and flipping and finding cubes, and there's no puzzles at the beginning. And it's just a cute little platformer.
Mm-hmm. The art style is very cute.
And then there's another little thing. This game already gets a little meta on you. It does this little fake crash thing, which, kind of corny these days, very overplayed, but you have to remember this game was made in a pre-Doki Doki Literature Club world, so it wasn't overdone to death to be meta.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. The only issue is it's been done better now. Because, like, it didn't trick me into thinking it crashed. I was like, oh, okay, it's now playing an animation where it goes back to the menu screen. That's pretty cool.
I should also point out, this game originally only came out on the Xbox 360, so nobody, nobody believed. So it's more that it's an in-universe operating system, is more what it means. But it's neat. It's just a little thing this game does, like, maybe 2 or 3 times. So you go down to the bottom of the island, on that little bit below the vines, and you plug in your cube, and you're like, all right, what next? What's level 2? So level 2 is the entire game. It just it kicks you out the door, and it says, fuck you, this is a Metroidvania, which I actually didn't know.
I also did not know that. I don't like Metroidvanias.
It's a Metroidvania, but you don't really have to go anywhere in specific order.
Right.
Like, you don't really have to, like, get something and backtrack in, like, the main game. Like, you can just play, like, anywhere, anytime.
I'd almost compare it more to, like, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, kinda. You just unlock everything instantly.
And then it's knowledge checks and skill checks. It's not ever, like, an item check.
I think...
Until it is.
I think, the Breath of the Wild comparison is really good, except for when you get to the point where you have to go through a specific door to get to the next area. Because in Breath of the Wild, if I want to walk to, like, Zora's domain from the Rito village, I can take millions of paths to get there. In this game, I open my map, and it's like this weird isometric view. I got no idea what's going on, and you have to follow one specific path to get there. And it doesn't tell you which door. It does not tell you which door you have to go through until you, like, stand right on top of it.
The map is so goddamn bad. I actually didn't even realize you could move it until I beat the game. I'm serious. I
realized I could move it instantly. It didn't help. It just disoriented me more.
I kind of agree with that. That is the most janky thing in this game, I think, is the map.
I think we should come out and say it now. Let's go in descending order. Wes, how much of this game did you play?
I have done every single thing you can possibly do in FEZ, and I also understand how you are intended to get there. And I also know a little bit about this game's development.
Right now, I have 32 cubes. I beat it with 24 of the yellow cubes and 8 of the anti-cubes, and I intend to go back and 100% the game.
I played most of it. That's an important thing to say. I think I got to the point where you needed 32 cubes, and I had, like, low 20s, I think. And I was like, okay, I can do this. I don't like this, but I can do this. I got to, like, almost 30. I don't remember quite what number it was. It was like 29. And I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore. So I did external research for the rest.
That's fair. I beat the game and I immediately dove back in the next day and 100%ed it because you want to switch up our format. Let's not give our full thoughts, but do you guys just want to, like, drop what we would give this game early so that we can establish how our perspectives may differ?
Sure.
I guess, Adam, I feel you're going to be the most shocking scorer, so I'll let you go last.
All right, that's fair.
Hunter, what would you give this game, Hunter?
Yeah, I'm gonna sound pretentious. I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. I think this game is, like, a masterpiece. I think this game is a work of art more so than almost any other video game that I've ever played before. It's so good, I just wish you could move faster sometimes. That is probably what's taking it down half a point, is you climb so slow. Whenever you have to pick up a block and throw it, you can never really easily place something if you need to. It's just got, like, a few, like, minor mechanics errors, but it is incredible.
I would give this game a 9 or potentially a 9.5 on a really good day. I think the game design is absolutely, like, masterful. I really do think this is one of the best 2D platformers ever made. And honestly, one of the best indie games I've ever played. My issues with it stem from some really late game, very, very questionable design decisions, which we'll get into much later in this discussion. And an occasional little bit of jank. You have the box puzzles, which are very frustrating. Like, most of the time, if you understand the solution, this game will let you execute it very easily, but there are little blips where it feels a little rocky. But I would give the game about a 9 out of 10. Very good.
I did not know where to go. I did not know how to get there. I did not know how to use the controls to maneuver once I got there. This game is a 6. And I would like to add, I'm actually happy I didn't beat it. Because I have a list of games, so I just call it my list. It's games that I have played but didn't beat, therefore, air quotes, my opinion is invalid. Because once I beat it, the fans will be mad at me because I'll give it a negative review. But if I don't like it and I just never beat it, they can just say, "Oh, you didn't beat it. Your opinion doesn't count."
That is a great defense, because I'm telling you right now, I think this game has like a high 80s on Metacritic or something.
I think it does too.
IGN gave it a 9.5 out of 10.
I'm IGN. The thing is, okay, this is such a tangent. I whenever I write a review of a game, I pretty much always match the IGN score to a T, and I don't know if that's a good thing. Like, even the worst ones, like I'm talking like Sonic Unleashed here.
To be fair, I don't think the Sonic Unleashed number they gave was a problem. The issue was how they described it versus the footage they used.
This is a Sonic Unleashed episode now.
I will say, Sonic Unleashed is worse than FEZ, so I'll give it that.
You know what? We can agree on that. Thank God.
Hey, shake.
You open up FEZ. FEZ opens up, right? It gives you all these different options. You know, there's some limit to it. Like, some doors will be locked having like 8 cubes, 16 cubes, etc. But on the whole, it just says, do what you want, go explore. And for me, the magic of this game is not the shifting. It's not the puzzles, you know, it's not the art style. This game is one of those, like, very rare games for me that recaptures that feeling of playing Breath of the Wild for the first time or Skyrim for the first time, where, like, you just go off in your own direction and it feels like it's never going to end. It feels like every door you go through has 5 more doors and each of those has 5 more. And it feels like, you know what it feels like? It feels like that one Mario 64 ROM hack. Do you know what I'm talking about? B3313. Basically, the premise is that every single like entrance in the world goes to like another version, and each one of those has its own version, and there's like 1,000 stars or something. It gives me that feeling of like a game that never ends, and like it feels like the way I travel through it is like very personalized. I love that feeling. It's like my favorite feeling in the game.
Interesting.
And it's so good. I feel you do not share the same opinion on that feeling,
Well,
which is fine.
Well, I 100% agree with you. The issue is, I don't like that. I get my enjoyment of like Breath of the Wild and my first time experiencing big 3D Mario games elsewhere. I agree with you. I just hated that I thought it was never gonna end.
That was my favorite part. And I was really sad when it was over. Every time I found the end of a branch and every room was gold, I was sad, because I wanted there to be more. Let's talk about, were there any moments in this game, any specific puzzles or specific areas that stood out to you? Adam, you go first.
There was like a grassy swamp area I got to eventually. I don't... Here, I'll see if I can find a picture of it. I found the area.
Yeah.
It was the hieroglyph room. Apparently. I wanted more of this, and there was not more of this. At least not that I could find.
I'll let you know if there was. Oh, you have no idea what that room is, pal. You're gonna lose your goddamn mind when I tell you what that room is. You are gonna lose it. Yes, there are more areas that look like that.
Oh, I'm sure they're easy to get to, right?
My most memorable puzzle was I got to a point where you had to shift 2 ends of a bridge together, but there were some tears above the bridge, and the tears seemed to somewhat randomly appear. There's got to be some pattern to it. And, I kept on being told there's a way to get around it. Like, the tears only make it harder, not impossible. Turns out they actually did make it impossible, and once I left, they actually disappeared and made the puzzle possible again. So I spent probably 30 minutes trying to figure out an impossible, not even puzzle, just like bug or quirk. I don't even know. And that was the most frustrating part of the game for me, by far, because I was told it's possible.
Who would have told you that?
I also thought the way that they teach you to do at least the one cipher where it's your actions with jumping left and right, shifting. I think the way they tell you how to do that thing is so ass backwards. Like, once you get it, you can solve a ton of puzzles for a ton of cubes, but it is nearly impossible to figure out on your own, in my opinion.
So Adam, do you know about the Tetris codes? This is a late game Fez thing, so it's very likely that you didn't even know this is a thing.
No.
So the Tetris code, what this is on the walls of a classroom in this kind of, I don't know how you would describe it. It's got kind of like a rainy Tokyo-ish vibe to it. In that area, there's a classroom, and on the wall, on the whiteboard, there is one of those vertical Tetris line strips, and then the step 2 next to it shows how you can separate those lines in the Tetris blocks. And then if you flip those on their side, that you can see a code, which a T Tetris block means to press up, a square Tetris block means to jump, S means to rotate right, and Z means to rotate left. And by the way, it doesn't explain which input corresponds to each block, but they kind of look like the buttons. So those are all over the place, but they're way more in the post game, which we'll get to. There's a lot we'll get to in Fez. Real quick, before I divulge into the insanity that is Fez, I just want to talk about some smaller moments that I think are kind of interesting. There's a part on the game where you scan a QR code, and then it has a series of inputs, and then it gives you a cube, and I think it's kind of cool. That's it.
That is pretty cool.
There's a bunch of little meta puzzles like that. There's one, if you went into the list of achievements for this game, you would have noticed there's one called right, left, left, I think it is. If you put it in at any point in the game, it'll give you a free cube. And it is required for 100%. Just little stuff like that. It's so cool, man.
Alright, I liked the QR code one, but I don't like that.
I love that one. I don't know how that works on Switch, though. I assume they have some kind of built-in achievement system. Who knows?
They just don't tell you.
That's kind of a good bit. Did you guys see the Game Boy area?
I did.
No. Is it like, do the graphics change to Game Boy graphics, or what happens?
Yeah, you might want to flash a picture up on screen. There's a sewer area where you go down a Pipe Mario style.
Oh yeah, I did see that. If you called it the sewer, I would have known that. I went down there, and again, another area that I could not find the next room for.
You had to lower the water.
I did lower the water. But, I still couldn't find it.
Cool. Fun fact, there's also a Virtual Boy room in this game.
Okay, I did think the Virtual Boy room looked cool, but I did not think the Game Boy game looked good at all.
His ass's favorite game is Mario Tennis on the Virtual Boy.
Fun fact,
it could be
I actually owned Mario Clash for the Virtual Boy at one time.
It should be noted, he has never owned a Virtual Boy.
I got it for 75 cents, and they thought it was a VTech game.
I'm sorry, just quickly, when I looked up FEZ Game Boy area, one of the things that came up on Google was game FAQs, what's wrong with Phil Fish?
Dude, I told you, you can't talk about Fez on the internet without mentioning Phil Fish. It's not physically possible. So, I'm just gonna drop some random crap now before we get to the post game. You know that second village you found where they all spoke a different language?
Yeah.
Apparently that's supposed to be the current village back in time or something, or some other area back in time, because you can see them building the QR code room, and later you can go there and it's the same QR but finished. I don't know the lore of that.
I saw the unfinished QR code in that area.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, but cool. And then there's some really neat puzzles with bombs. This is a random thing I liked. Fez freezes time when you shift, and I thought it was really creative how sometimes you'll have to actually freeze time by repeatedly shifting to solve certain puzzles. I think that's just really cool. It's just one of those things where they take such a basic mechanic and they keep finding new uses through the whole game. That's one thing I think Fez does really well. At
first, with the bomb mechanic, I was aggressively confused by it, and I actually brute forced it and ran through areas that were bombed but would soon be replaced with blocks again.
I was literally about to say the exact same thing. I did the exact same thing.
And to get one of the cubes that was in the wall below the top area you get to when you're first using these bombs against large sections of the wall, to have myself fall and time my explosion of the bomb with the wall that was like right below it because I did not know how the mechanic worked.
Hunter, I'm
But you
so
need
happy.
to figure.
I'm so happy we're on the same wavelength. I did all of that too.
But when it forces you to figure it out to get to the very top of the area.
I never made it to the top.
You might have missed every part of this game that's good, but also I don't know if you would have liked them anyways. Once you get all 32 cubes, you gotta take it to the old style village, right?
Mm-hmm.
Opens up that door, and you go up this weird moon jellyfish thing. Listen, you can 100% this game, and you'll still never understand like the weird symbols.
Just quick gameplay thing that doesn't translate to the walkthrough I looked up. Does that area have moon gravity?
Yeah, it does, and it's like very, very generous.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
It's also the only area in the game that uses it, and it lasts like less than 2 minutes.
That's pretty cool. I like stuff like that.
This game has a lot of like mechanics only used in one area. Like I know the totem that doesn't allow you to shift. I'm pretty sure that's only in one room, possibly two.
It's only in one room, and I am so happy it's only in one room because I love the shifting, and that was heartbreaking to have it taken away for a room. Just devastating.
Mind you, for like 3 minutes. But once you get to the top of the low gravity moon area with the weird octofish things, I don't know, man. You enter this white area and you find, I think what did they call it? The collider, the super collider, hyper collider.
They call it some shit. They got weird names for everything.
They do, yeah. Oh wait, I think you actually find that at the bottom. Who knows? Whatever, it doesn't matter. You go through the portal and you see this really cool animation. And it's really long, and it plays some classical music, and it's just some nice psychedelic nonsense. I love it. It's like my favorite thing.
I don't like psychedelic nonsense, so I didn't like that part.
Wrong opinion.
This is a great chance to say you didn't beat it, your opinion's irrelevant.
How did you see that if you didn't beat it?
The internet.
Hunter, are you aware of the internet? Well, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself, but you're not gonna beat this game 100% if you don't know how to use the internet. After the psychedelic cool stuff, it ends on a drum solo, and then the game crashes, which I think is really lame.
I think that's pretty funny.
It's forgivable.
I didn't know the game crashed after that.
Well, it does the fake crash. It does the we're on a computer on an Xbox 360 crash.
Oh, never mind. I wish the game just closed like Undertale style.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Undertale.
You beat it. Good job.
So it reboots into the game and it starts normal and then it starts pixelizing and pixelizing until it's only like 5 pixels.
I thought that was before the drum solo.
And then oh wait, you're right. Yeah, I got it twisted. It crashes before and then it does. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, it ends on a drum solo and then the game ends. And it doesn't really have anything but credits. And you're just like, okay, that was really anticlimactic considering how cool and meta this was up until this point. It's weird that it ended on like trippy imagery and a drum solo. However, if you watch Indie Game the Movie, which I'm going to keep bringing up, the psychedelic stuff does have some history with Phil Fish that makes it a lot cooler, in my opinion. So if you want the full context for why the ending doesn't completely suck, watch that movie. But yeah, other than that, there's not a lot to it. And that's how the game ends, and there's nothing after that.
Actually incorrect.
So now that we've... no, it's definitely right. Now that we're done talking about FEZ for good, let's talk about Sonic Colors GS.
Boy, do I have an interesting review for Sonic Colors on DS.
This is actually the one I was very interested in. I want to hear what you have to say, Hunter. This is in my top 5 Sonic games. I'll say that right now. Wes, what did you give it, Wes?
This game's fine. It's like a 7 or a 7.5. That's fine.
9. This game is peak.
Hunter.
If this game makes my top 5 Sonic games, it's only because I barely played any.
Of the 5 Sonic games you've played, this is in the top 5.
That's
huge. Boy, oh boy, I did not enjoy this game. Solid 5 out of 10.
Oh my god.
That's brutal.
I mean, it's only 2 points away from my score, which is only 2 points away from Adam's, but still.
I feel like in these videos we normally start with the story. It's Sonic Colors.
Yeah.
There is not one.
No. Sonic Colors on Wii hardly has a story. The DS version has like 3 compressed cutscenes and some terrible visual novels.
Oh, you know what?
Nobody cares.
All did not read one cutscene.
That's fair. You're not missing much. Before we go into it, Have either of you played the Wii version?
Yeah, I played it.
No? Okay, Wes. Better or worse than the Wii?
I'm gonna say I would rather play the Wii version because I much prefer 3D Sonic. I think the Wii version's got way more issues. Okay, let me put it this way. For the 3D Sonic standard, I think the Wii version is worse comparatively. For the 2D Sonic standard, I think that Colors DS is pretty decent, but I just don't find it at all compelling. I think Colors Wii has higher highs and lower lows. Overall, I prefer the Wii version.
You see,
But it's not my time.
I don't even think the Wii version has higher highs. I think the DS one is a more complete package. There are so many things in this game that just do not exist in the main game, which is impressive. How did they even do that? How is the port, the shitty downgrade, better?
I will say, like, as much as I prefer 3D Sonic and I prefer the Wii version of Colors slightly, this game does have more to it in a very strange way, right? Because it's got more characters for some godforsaken reason.
Big the Cat is in this game.
Yeah, like, Charmy the Bee? Like, okay, so this game does it have more levels? If it does, it's only, like, because of the side missions.
It has side missions in the way that, like, Sonic Colors Acts 3 through 6 are just repeats of stuff you've already played.
Should be side missions.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if I had to trim the fat in Colors Wii, I would, because goddamn, that is a fat game.
Which is impressive, because Colors Wii feels like the result of trimming the fat and Unleashed.
I know! The thing with Colors Wii is that, like, it has really good levels in it, but the game feels short and very padded. That's what's weird. Like, that's what I mean by higher highs. Like, I would say, like, 1 act per zone of Colors Wii is, like, really great boost Sonic gameplay, and then the rest of it is just sludge.
I felt almost the entirety of Sonic Colors for DS was sludge. Like,
brutal.
So, there's not much to talk about in this game, but there's 2 main points that aren't in the Wii version that I want to talk about. One is special stages.
I hated them.
Me too. I mean,
Rip.
They're fine. They're not great.
Yeah, they obviously go on for too long. But I think special stages in Sonic games have always been bad.
Hard agree.
I think these are like tied with Mania for best special stage in my book.
I find Mania's the most frustrating, but I also think they're the coolest. Okay, quick summary. I have not played the Heroes ones, but I think, aren't they like very similar to Gen 3DS or something?
Yes, but also even jankier. Like significantly jankier.
Trust me, they weren't going to go with the top either way. I would say, I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to leave it at their top 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
I also want to clarify real quick. Sonic Colors DS is not Sonic Colors. It's actually just Sonic Rush 3.
It's literally Sonic Rush 3, but with a Colors resprite. And you can't do tricks for some reason. There's no tricks.
Yeah, I did notice that. Very strange. But what was your second point?
My second point, Hunter, did you get all of the Chaos Emeralds and fight the final boss? I know Wes did.
I did. I thought the final boss was abysmal. That final boss is legitimately one of the least rewarding, just most boring, bland. Like, it doesn't feel like it fits the game. Uninspired. I just did not like the true final boss at all. It was just... oh my god.
It's alright. I can kind of feel it, though. It's got a similar vibe to the original Sonic Frontiers final boss, where it's just like, it doesn't really match the gameplay style, and it's like, it can be a little frustrating, but at the same time, I kind of admire that it's something new. Yeah. And it doesn't control badly.
It was impossible to die, no matter how badly you played. And I played horribly. I think that boss took me 15 minutes.
Child me would beg to... It took you 15 minutes... it's fine. Child me would beg to differ on not being possible to die, though. I died a lot.
I did not die one time to the true final boss. I died 5 to 10 times. Maybe even more on the normal final boss. And I was so confused by what you were supposed to do in that one, and so frustrated.
Wes was too. I had to tell him to boost.
Yeah, I mean, I should have known at that point that the solution to every single boss fight in that game is just a boost, but yeah.
Yeah, there were many. I do not think I enjoyed a final boss in that game.
Well, okay. I will say, I think the bosses are kind of mixed to bad in Sonic Colors DS, but that's also the bosses of the entire 2D Sonic lineage. Like, okay, what you have to understand, I would not really call any of the bosses in Sonic 1 or 2 good. Like, guys, Chemical Plant boss, terrible.
Right. It's
but
also worth pointing out that the bosses in Sonic Colors Wii are also mixed to bad.
Oh, yeah. They're horrible. And I would say the Mania bosses are mixed. Like, there's a couple decent ones in there, but, like, dude, the Oil Ocean ones are both horrible. The final boss, and especially final bosses in 2D Sonic, like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the only one I think ever that nailed it. Like, even the iconic ones, like Aesthetic Robot.
Final bosses in almost all of Sonic have been pretty bad.
Yeah. Not good. Like, Dark Gaia is visually cool, but mechanically, like, it's all cool on paper, but it doesn't play well. Time Eater is just horrific.
Like, I would even go as far as to say that
yeah.
between the music, the Sonic Adventure, Supersonic sprite reference, the pure scale of how far it goes compared to the Wii version, I'd say this is like one of the better Sonic final bosses.
And I said it was kind of just all right, but I think I'm agreeing with you.
That is
I don't think it's
legitimately one of the worst final bosses I have played in a video game ever. Okay, never mind. Paper Mario Sticker Star has a boss that is 1,000 times worse.
Oh yeah.
But that's not a game.
He's spitting. He's spitting.
Do we have anything else to say about Colors? Yes. I guess we can just. I mean, we already rated it. It's pretty good.
I have more to say.
Oh, good man. Oh, please.
Going through all the levels, it felt like you were just like speeding past like a million things, and then you just randomly get blasted by something that you couldn't see because you were going too fast. So it became a memorization game of, oh, I'm gonna hit there, oh, I'm gonna get crushed there, or I need to slide there. And the slide mechanic barely worked, in my opinion. You just went through everything like so fast, or when you did get, like, it didn't feel like there were any like cool platforming segments. It just felt like you would go fast and then you would get hit, and it just was not fun.
I really want to jump in.
That's the Sonic
There are no good. I was just oh my god, yeah. The slide mechanic is not good in any Sonic game. It's always terrible. You always hit the wall the first 10 times you play the level, and when you press it, he slowly slides through. The thing is, most of the issues you seem to have with Colors DS are things that Sonic fans just accept as fact.
Things that I like, I want to point out. I like memorizing the levels.
In Generations, it's great, yeah.
I like it in Colors DS
I love
also.
I mean, if I played this game like endlessly, I would probably come to like enjoy those things.
Right, just one straight playthrough is probably not the best way to experience it, but this is a fun perspective to have regardless.
Can you put that one Miiverse post on screen about the spring? Hunter, we're kind of hating on you, but I can acknowledge that 2D Sonic games are unfair like half of the time.
Well, it just didn't feel like there was any fun platforming in the game. It just felt like it was bullshit all of the time.
It is the Miiverse thing. Like, Hunter, you are currently experiencing the Miiverse problem, I'm afraid.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
You'll see it in the
It's
video.
for the better. Oh, okay. Is there anything else to say about Colors DS other than the fact that it is in fact a 2D Sonic game?
I'm shocked you didn't have a lot to say about the Drill Wisp segment, Wes. It seems like you were replaying that a lot.
Okay. One thing. The way you access special stages in this game is there's one special stage per zone, I think. Is that what they call them? I think. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
And the way you get it is in any of the first, like, 2 or 3 levels, you have to get 50 rings and reach the goal, and then you play the special stage. This is pretty traditional Sonic stuff, like, not that unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel this was conveyed very well. I mean, there is a little icon on the level select that says like 50 rings next to an emerald, but it's not entirely clear what that meant. That or I'm stupid.
Yeah, well, no, I
once
agree,
I did figure out
it should, like, good UI design would be like the first time it appears, it like is big on the screen and then it shrinks up to the top, because that's like pretty important.
Yeah, it is important.
Like you asked me, how do you enter special stages, and I literally just pointed at your screen. Like it's not conveyed well.
Right. There's no text. And then There are a couple like worlds or zones in this game where getting 50 rings is like a little too frustrating than it's more frustrating than it needs to be.
Mhm.
It's not ever like unreasonably difficult. But then I think the one truly bizarre thing this game does is locking an emerald behind playing a single player match of the multiplayer mode, which, mind you, it's not indicated that has an emerald. It's just you have to do it. And it's like, oh, well, here's an emerald for your troubles.
It indicates
Yep,
that it's somewhere in Gameland. It doesn't tell you where in Gameland.
Gameland, again, is like a mini game, like side mode collection. Like, it's just...
Right.
It's not a big deal. You could probably... this game came out in, like, what, 2010? Any kid who was just having an issue could probably just Google it.
Right, but...
Still.
Just the tiny little empty square of the Chaos Emerald not being there in Gameland always haunted me as a kid. It's like, it's somewhere in there. Do I have to like click a menu option? What do I have to do? And once I found out it's the multiplayer, to be fair, the multiplayer is kind of cool.
Super funny. Extremely funny thing is that there's an option in Gameland called Special Stage, which is not what you need to do.
Yeah. I thought like after doing the first 6, the 7th one would unlock, but nope.
But again, it's a minor complaint in what is like a 3-hour game, so it's good. I like this game. It's fine. I enjoyed it.
I think it's definitely one of those games that you should just like go back to every once in a while, because it's not going to take a ton of time to beat. Like literally just, screw it. I've got an afternoon, I'll try it out, and then like it'll grow on you slowly, like a cancer.
That's every 2D Sonic. That's every single 2D Sonic game, pretty much. Except for CD. CD never grows.
Yeah, CD just withers away and dies.
So if we make you play CD,
I will reiterate, I thought this game was ass. Probably in the bottom 5 gaming experiences I've had.
Oh my
Bottom
god.
5? Sticker Star can be the bottom 4 at least.
I was gonna say, make this man play Rise of Lear.
1.
No, Sticker Star is like 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Hunter, if you think Sonic Colors DS is in your bottom 5 games, you need to play Secret Rings, you need to play Rise of Lyric, you need to play 06, hell, you need to play Unleashed, because you are going to find out something.
I would prefer to be living the fine life.
I mean, based on the complaints he had, he needs to play Generations.
Oh, dude, I will not tolerate Generations hate. Now that we are done with Sonic Colors DS, I have to confess, I actually told a teensy little lie earlier. There's actually more FEZ after you beat the game.
I can't believe this. This is ridiculous.
I know.
You lied to me about the game I didn't play? You lied to me about that?
To be honest, once you beat FEZ, there's a New Game Plus option. Which is misleading because it just straight up continues your file.
Well, that can't be that much content, though. That's like... Let's say if the base game is 100%. Let's say if the base game is 100%, it probably only goes to like 150, right?
Nope.
Okay, so the first thing you do when you get into New Game Plus, God, you guys, strap in. So you go to get your FEZ again, and you don't get a FEZ because you're already wearing one. You get the goddamn MLG shades. This game came out in 2012, and it's just so obvious. So they even like fall down slowly, like in the crappy old memes. So you get the shades, and what that does, it allows you to play, or at least view, the entire game in first person, revealing that FEZ is in fact a 3D platformer.
This
which is just
blew my mind.
Yeah. It was unspoiled for me.
I still don't want to play it.
So I should be clear, you can't actually move in first person. It's not like you can move in like all directions now.
That's fair though.
But now that you understand that every single world, every single level is in a 3D model, and that you can stand on any point of that 3D model. Like whenever you rotate, you're just moving in a direction on one axis, so you can pretty much stand anywhere in this 3D space. You know, with some little exceptions, with just how layering works. It's hard to explain. This whole game is hard to explain. I think that's how you would describe FEZ to someone, is that you can't. So this is the beginning of the end, I guess. This is where the game says, okay, you know, I'm taking off my mask. This is what I am. I am the most insane puzzle game you've ever seen. The first thing that you need these 3D glasses to do the first insane thing is, remember the Tetris code? I don't know if you ever noticed, there are these kind of thin purple pillars all over the game. Do you guys see any of those? They're like 2 blocks high. They
I
stick out
saw
of the
like
ground.
1 or 2 of them,
Yeah,
maybe 3.
I saw a few of them. They were just kind of there. I didn't really acknowledge them.
Yep. So those purple pillars are on the ground next to every purple pillar, or at least near one. You can find a Tetris code on the ground in that room, and that'll give you a cube. So that's your first-person thing. And then there are other rooms. I don't know if you remember, there's a kind of engine-looking room in the first village, and there's nothing in there, and it's confusing. Well, around that room, on sides you can't see really easily without first person, there are a bunch of posters with Tetris blocks. And in the top left corner of all those posters, or maybe it's top right, there's a little symbol. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the first cipher of FEZ. You will have to learn numbers in a whole new language. So the way you are supposed to determine which numbers are which in order to solve that puzzle and many others is to find a whiteboard, chalkboard. It's on the wall of one of those schoolrooms. There are just straight up some equations using those symbols, and you just have to solve for the values using those equations. Algebra is required to beat FEZ.
Man, maybe I'm happy I stopped when I did. It sounds like I.
Oh, you have.
It sounds like I
buddy,
got out before the rabbit hole got too deep.
Lock in. You have no idea. Okay, there are things that not even Hunter knows about that just go utterly insane. So once we get the numbers, we can solve that puzzle and some others like it. Do you guys remember seeing the bell?
Yes, I rang it.
I do. I looked up the solution.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a puzzle assigned to it. I just stood there, rang it, and then left.
Well, each of the sides of those bells has a symbol, which is actually a number. I think it's like 1376. It's one of those things.
You are fucking kidding me.
It is
ring the bell.
13610.
13610. And you have to ring the bell on that side of that number from order from smallest to lowest. So, for example, you press the 1 side 1 time, then press the 3 side 3 times, and 7 times 7 times. And that's how you get that cube. That gives you an anti-cube. Anti-cubes are basically, at first when you play this game and just beat it, you'll maybe get like 5. You'll be like, oh, anti-cubes are like the harder puzzles. But in the 100% you will realize that the anti-cubes are in fact the sadistic puzzles. Our next sadistic puzzle, did you guys ever make it to a clock tower?
Yes, I think so.
Point is, that requires you to wait weeks. you can do it using the changing your system's calendar, which is pretty much the only way to do it. But yeah, you have to sit there for, I believe, each side, each ticker, like each hand of the clock. One takes like 50 weeks or something, or 5 weeks. One takes like 5 hours, 5 minutes, something like that. So you just have to screw around with your system clock and calendar until it lines up perfectly at the top, and they will give you a cube. So that's one of the most insane puzzles, but it gets crazier. Better believe it. So, Adam, do you remember that picture you sent, that hieroglyph room?
Yeah, very cool room. I'm sure it's easy to access. I love it.
No.
The mushrooms are very pretty. I love foresty aesthetics. I'm sure this will be one of the best areas in the game.
That room is insane. Adam, I don't know if you still have that picture pulled up.
I do.
Do you see if there is something to the left of that monument?
Chest. I tried to get up there. I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, no. Down on the ground. On the ground right in front of the big purple rock.
On the ground right in front of the big purple rock. There's a little squirrel.
So what that is that is a fox, and that is a dog. Now you might be thinking, what the hell does a fox and a dog being next to this purple rock have to do with anything? You sound insane. That isn't a fox and a dog, Adam. That is a quick fox jumping over a lazy dog. And if you know what that is, you would know that is a phrase that uses every single letter of the alphabet. And what does that indicate? That is not any rock, Adam. That is the Rosetta Stone. That contains every single letter of the alphabet in order is the intended way to understand it. So, Adam, do you think you could have figured that one out?
No, Wes. I could not have solved that, I don't think.
Yeah, well, it actually gets worse, so don't worry. So once you know the alphabet, the alphabet is, I believe, only required for like 1 or 2 puzzles in the entire game. Well, I'm going to leave that for last. So that's what that room is. But otherwhere, that's not a word. Somewhere else, elsewhere. That's English.
One of those.
Elsewhere in that forest area. Yeah, one of
No,
those.
stick with otherwhere. I like it better.
Underwear in the forest.
That's a Super
waited-
Paper Mario
this
reference.
I have not played that game.
Well, add it
Okay,
to the
so-
list.
Yeah, hell yes. So one thing about this game is that it has a day and night cycle. You might have noticed, and you might be thinking, "Oh, it's just a little aesthetic thing." Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. That's required. So in several rooms of this game, completely random, arbitrary rooms, you'll notice that no matter what you do, it will never get that gold trim indicating you finished the room. You have to wait until night, and an owl will fly over to a random spot. You talk to the owl. It says something insane about like 16-bit gods. It just says rambles, and then the owl flies away. You need to do this in 4 different random spots, and then eventually, if you return to a random owl statue in the rainy area, it will unlock a new path to a cube, and like it's just a cube. So that's one thing. That's just a random puzzle that takes like several hours to figure out if you're doing it legit. You guys ever noticed how throughout this game it would give you a bunch of random like pieces of paper or maps that just had like a bunch of dots on them or like rectangles?
Yes. I couldn't figure
Never
them
looked
out.
at any of them.
I looked at all of them.
So you might have gotten one or multiple that just had like a bunch of tiny rectangles on them. Actually, you need 4, and they're only for one puzzle and one cube. What you need this for is you will eventually find a room that literally has like 100 doors, and and those tell you what doors to go in. However, you still will not know how to solve that puzzle. You could probably brute force it unless you know what the number system is, in which case you could see it's listed on the pieces of papers what order to enter the set. So, just more insanity that requires 80 different pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, I came to that
There are
thing,
also...
and I just
Uh-huh.
I thought that had to be the most impossible puzzle in the game when I first saw it.
It's not even up there. It doesn't even make my top 5. So eventually you'll get to a room, and it has a gigantic purple block with a riddle written in that strange script, and a ton of blocks. And those blocks all have one of those strange letters on them, and you can reorient them, and basically it's a password room. You can tell you have to position those blocks to spell out some phrase. I believe the rune says, "What's my name?" But there's another way you kind of learn the riddle. Give me 1 second. I need to recap. The solution is so bullshit that I genuinely don't remember how you're supposed to come to that conclusion. There are 2 hints. It says, "What is my name?" And the hint is, my first half is what is, my second half is half of what made it. So, let me break this down for you, because it's unbelievable. My first half is what it is. Well, what is the first half? It's meta, because the question itself is meta. Yep. Now, my second half is half of what made it. What made this? Why, the creators of the game, of course. What is the name of the developer of FEZ? Polytron. And so the second half of the riddle is Tron. And so the correct answer to my first half is what it is, my second half is half of what made it, is Metatron. Yeah, that puzzle is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know how... For one, you'd have to know the entire alphabet to even read the hint, let alone get all the pieces of it, and then you have to solve that ridiculous riddle that doesn't even mean anything?
I don't know, it sounds pretty base to me.
I'd like to change my review score.
This is the kind of puzzle... I would say this puzzle and one other... Actually, really it's just this puzzle is the only thing that really brings this game down from like a 9.5 to a 9 for me, because I think this one's so ridiculous that it's just kind of unreasonable. And then there are 3 other collectibles to find. These are the red cubes, and these are not easy to find and are utterly deranged. So, one of the red cubes is found looking through that telescope. I don't even remember what you do. It's some nonsense. Don't worry about it. The other red cube, I don't even remember where you find the other one. The point is, the third red cube is really what you should be focusing on. Because the third red cube, or whatever, the last cube that anyone is ever going to find, in fact, it's the last collectible you're ever going to find in this game, is the Black Monolith puzzle. Below that area, with the, the area at the Pelicans and the big blue portal, it's one of the first rooms you go in. If you lower the water level and go down there, there's an area you gain access to. I'm pretty sure it's in that room. And inside, there is a little swirly pattern on the floor. You can only see this in first person. Now, if you remember, there's an item you might have found at some point. It's a map of a big swirl. I don't know if you got that one. You might not have. And you have to stand in the spot in 3D by shifting around and moving on each axis to stand in the center of one of those swirls. And you have to input a code. The solution has never been found. Nobody has ever solved this puzzle. The only way we know how to get the final red cube is by brute forcing it. There are theories as to what could possibly get you to that conclusion, but none of them are well supported, and we still do not know what the intended method to solve this puzzle is. There is a puzzle in FEZ that nobody knows the answer to except for goddamn Phil Fish. Insanity. Insanity! Nobody makes video games like this. Now, I will say, the red cubes are not necessary to get the quote-unquote true ending. The only thing you really need to get the true ending is all 64 cubes. That's all 32 golden cubes and all 32 anti-cubes. The only thing that the red cubes do is I think they might increase your completion percentage, and if you go to that lone island and lower the water level, and you put in all 64 cubes, it makes a little heart. Point is, at the end of this absolutely insane journey of impossible puzzles, ciphers, endless roads, owls that only appear at night, and puzzles that have quite literally never been solved, the true ending is extremely similar to the normal one. Really, the only difference is that instead of pixelizing into the absolutely insane, visual epileptic nightmare, it zooms out, and it keeps zooming out, and it keeps zooming out, and it keeps zooming out. And it just shows how big the universe of FEZ is, and it's really, really cool. And then eventually, it just stops, and the credits roll again. And that is every single thing you can do in FEZ.
Yeah. Now it's time for the Phil Fish segment.
No, we're not doing a Phil Fish segment.
No. I encourage all three viewers to watch Indie Game the Movie if you want more. Oh my god, you guys, I forgot the funniest thing in this entire game! This game has a great joke. I'm not even kidding you. This is not a cheat code. This is literally an intended feature. I believe there's no indication that this game can teach you that this is a thing. But in New Game Plus, if you press up twice and then press up and jump at the same time, you can fly. And it works everywhere.
What? No!
Yes, it's real, and it's an intended feature. And I don't know if it's ever required, but it is. It's not a cheat. It's an intended way of navigating the world.
Phil Fish,
Yes.
No!
I can't believe he went and made the game playable in the last half.
That is some bullshit. No! I swear to God,
if I have to suffer, you have to suffer too.
But the thing is, though, I love this, and the reason why is that imagine playing FEZ the day it came out and working as a community to solve these puzzles, and one guy's like, dude, I'm not even fucking kidding you. If you press up 3 times and then jump in the same frame as I was pressing up, you will fly. Every single person that thread is going to be like, kill yourself, you're lying, what are you even saying? And then they all try it, and then it works. That is so bold. I love it. This game, it's subversive in the most ridiculous ways, and it's great. And the thing is, the initial playthrough, you have that Breath of the Wild-esque exploration, and it scratches a different itch. But in the post-game, it becomes something completely different. It becomes an internet-wide puzzle to solve, like a community-wide puzzle to solve, with impossible solutions and ciphers and codes and obscure secrets. And it's it's 2 games. It's a fantastic 2D platformer and the most insane ARG you've ever played.
It's worth mentioning, I've been obviously very negative this episode.
Yes.
Everything I've said I completely recognize, just not my thing. Not big into puzzle games, not big into Metroidvanias. Every positive you've brought up, I've been like, don't like that. When you say it's a game that'll never be solved, I'm like, I don't like that. It's obviously just not my thing. That said, I'm lowering my score to a 4 out of 10 after you've explained New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm not a huge fan of Metroidvanias, but this game just honestly didn't feel like that when I was playing it, because it wasn't like you had to find some random ass collectible and then come to like some stupid point. Maybe it's like that in New Game Plus, but in standard game it just felt like you can go anywhere, anytime. Like it didn't really feel like a Metroidvania at that point.
I got to a point where I did not know where to find cubes, and I was just wandering around aimlessly, and I hated all of it. So that's when it started feeling like a Metroidvania to me. That's what Metroidvanias are to me. Just wandering around aimlessly, no clue where to go, scared.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not always crazy with Metroidvanias. Like, I think Hollow Knight's just alright. But, I mean, I know I'm gonna get crucified. Like, listen, I think the game's like a 9 out of 10. I just mean, like, it's not a game that I have... It's not a game that I think is, like, fun that much for me. I just, like, really admire it. This is a game that is earnestly very fun for me to just sit down and play. I loved, like, every second playing this. And even though the 100% got ridiculous, it was funny, and it was cool. Like, so I can understand why someone wouldn't like it. I fully understand why the things I love about FEZ are very, like, divisive.
You know what?
Because honestly, if you phrase it a different way, it's bad. But to me, it's good.
I think you just perfectly conveyed the difference between us. Because you said, like, you admire Hollow Knight, but you don't have a ton of fun playing it. There is zero admiration in my soul for any game ever. It's literally, did I enjoy sitting down and playing it, or no?
Yeah, I guess there's a difference in philosophy. If nothing else, I think FEZ is just a masterpiece. No doubt in my mind about that. I think that it's one of, like, very few truly unique games, honestly.
Oh, it's unique, all right.
Yeah, if nothing else. If nothing else.
Don't know if I think Isaac is more inspired or not. I think Isaac is a very inspired game as well, but you can find more things like it. This is just random thought.
Yeah, I think Isaac it's kind of a culmination of Edmund McMillan's entire life in a way. But in terms of gameplay, I don't feel that it is revolutionary in the same way FEZ is. However, again, if you watch that movie, FEZ is a culmination of his life. I mean, if you look at the games he played and his inspirations, he doesn't just wear them on his sleeve. He, like, totally subverts what they are. So they are, in their own ways, very inspired.
I feel like they're both very artistic. You can consider
Yes.
those games both very artistic.
I would consider FEZ a pretty good example of games as art. Like, I would lump it in with, like, Metal Gear Solid 2, with just, like, a game in Mother 3, I guess. Which is just an insane lineup, I realize. But those are, like, the games I think you can, like, easily just, like, argue are, like, their art. I think that FEZ is a very good contender for that.
Yeah, I'm not an art guy. My favorite art piece is, you know that banana taped to a wall? I like that art piece.
Yeah!
I liked Isaac's gameplay. I didn't really see...
The banana on the wall is Uncharted 4. Which is a 10 out of 10 game.
Oh, yeah.
But it is a banana on a wall.
Like, all of those games you mentioned, I enjoy. I can have a good time with them. Not an art guy. I didn't really find much deeper meaning in those, personally.
Fair enough. So, with our snobbishness concluded, I guess before we do our wheel, I actually need to decide what I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, I've decided already. I've got it down pat.
Okay.
I have already decided what I'm gonna play as well.
All right, here we have the Wheel of Games, where we decide what game we play next. Only I can see this. I have forbidden knowledge. The other two, Hunter and Wes, not allowed to know this until I tell them. So we're just gonna pick one game, and then we're gonna spin the wheel, and whichever one it lands on, we have to play next month. We have to play.
No choice.
No choice. Unless you, like, really piss and moan and cry a lot, then we might, like, let's
Yeah,
change it. All right. Hunter, you can go first. What game would you like to pick?
Grand Theft Auto 4.
Banger. Same pick as last month, isn't it?
No, I picked FEZ last month.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, true. We did play that, didn't we?
I forgot. All right. Wes, what is your pick?
After much deliberation, I have landed on the most random ass game, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, not the new one, but the old one.
Yeah, the one that was on like the Wii or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sold like a bajillion copies. I think it's in like the top 20 best-selling Wii games.
Really? Dude, my ass had Lego Indiana Jones. I did not play Star Wars.
It is the 19th best-selling Wii game with about 5.5 million copies. Okay, continue.
Damn! What? That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Alright, my pick, an absolute classic. I've already tried playing this on my channel. I damn near ended it all. Sonic Heroes. I have to play it this time. If I have to play it, maybe I'll get farther.
And we will not be expecting that everybody plays all 4 stories.
So Hunter, just full context, there's 4 stories in Sonic Heroes. All 4 of them are borderline exactly the same, and you have to play all 4 of them to get this true ending. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can just play one.
We're not expecting
that. Thank you very much. I will not be doing that.
Fair.
Yeah, did not think so.
I want to reiterate, Hunter and Wes cannot see this. I will know before them. Let's spin the wheel.
Dun 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 dun.
It's Sonic Heroes, isn't it?
So what do you guys think it is?
I think it's Sonic Heroes.
You sound excited a little bit, but you would have a reaction to any of these, I feel like. But I don't.
I'm pretty excited for all of these.
Ah, shh.
It's Sonic Heroes.
I know.
Okay, you know what? I'm hyped for that, though.
Oh, maybe next time when you guys own the YouTube channel, you'll get a little luckier. All right, let's do bonus game wheel now. Oh, spin the wheel again.
I am gonna say right now, I am on the bonus wheel. I am vetoing Portal 1 because I want to play it with Portal 2. And I'm vetoing Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog because it is too damn short.
Right, just quickly, if it makes you feel better, on the second spin I accidentally did, we got Lego Star Wars.
It doesn't make me feel any better, it makes me feel worse.
Second place!
So, bonus games. This is a shorter game. Oh, can I add Sonic Mania?
Sure.
I know that's a weird place.
I already know exactly what I'm picking. I already know exactly what I'm picking.
Okay, I think 100% his ass is picking Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Shut the fuck up! Alright, now, let me wait for the F11 to exit full screen thing to, there we go. Alright, now we are doing the bonus game. This is
Leave it in.
No! This is a little extra game. We take a break from the main, usually hell game that we play. So this is gonna be our break, right, Hunter? This is the game we're gonna play to take a break.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
All right, we'll see. My pick. Screw you again, Wes. Calling me out. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Shockingly short.
It's 2 sittings for me, I think.
Yeah, about. I'll probably beat it in 1. Just full transparency.
I mean, me too, because I played it 100 times, but still. Well, my pick, similar but oh so different. Sonic 4 episodes 1 and 2.
Episode 1 and 2 and Metal.
With Metal being optional.
Yeah, you know, I have to play Metal, but, you know.
Yeah, I'll do it.
A Peak and its sequel, you know, if we're being real.
Uh-huh.
And Hunter.
What the hell?
Okay, and of course, I'm picking the classic Dragon Warrior 2 for the NES. Only 28 hours long.
What? No! I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it.
That is not a bonus game. I do have a real bonus game in mind.
Okay.
North and South for the NES.
What is that?
What?
What is that?
It is a Civil War themed strategy game for the NES.
Oh shit, this is on the Commodore 64?
The Amiga, the NES, it's on so much.
if you had 3 2-hour games on a desert island, you would pick North and South, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic 4. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm kind of hoping for North and South here.
Me too.
I would like to change my bonus game.
Alright. Whatever floats your boat.
I am selecting North and South for the Nintendo NES.
And I am also going to change mine to North and South.
We don't even know what this game is.
I have actually played it once, but I did not win and I did not understand it.
Okay, I would like to point out we are all picking different games because Wes, the way I've labeled it, you specifically picked North and South on the NES. Hunter, you didn't specify, so I just picked Atari for you, and then I picked the Commodore 64 version. Spinning the wheel. It's the Commodore 64 version.
Adam with a weighted wheel.
Oh, God.
Okay. You picked Sonic 3 and Knuckles. If you had that change, we would be playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but we are in fact playing North and South with C64. Can we all play a different version of North and South?
Wes, you have to play the JP release. You have to play the JP release.
Yeah. I'm gonna play the Famicom version. Hunter, you're gonna play the NES version. Adam, what version you want to take?
I'll figure it out. I'll play the Atari version.
You're gonna come back here saying you read a book called North and South.
I do own a book called North and South. I'll get it to you, Adam. I'll get it to you by the end of the month, but I ripped off the cover on accident.
So, just so we're abundantly clear, next month's discussion is North and South for the whatever in Sonic Heroes. Wait, guys, what are the fucking chances that there's a Japanese version of a game called North and South of the Civil War? That does not exist. Do we want to end the video on something specific? Like a bit?
No.